Hey class, Gabriel here, and I chose my topic on natural disaster preparedness, and the natural disaster I chose is earthquakes. Now, many of you are thinking that we don't come across earthquakes too often over here in the East Coast, and it's true, we don't, but there are times when we do. Earthquakes are known to strike approximately 45 states in the United States across. More recently, there was a large earthquake in the East Coast, in the Washington, D.C. area, that was actually felt all the way up to the New York area. Now, some things to do before an earthquake. Best things to do is go around your home and put larger items on the bottom of your shelves, and also bolt the shelves to the walls. You also want to safely secure any large fixtures, lighting fixtures, overhead, and make sure that they're not going to come down during an earthquake. Another thing you can do is repair defective wiring or leaky gas connections. This problem can be perpetuated during an earthquake caused by all the trauma to your home. Also, another thing you'd like to do is repair any deep cracks in the ceilings or in the foundations of your home, because when an earthquake strikes, it's gonna hit the weakest points in your home, and it could cause your house to collapse. Also, before an earthquake, you want to make sure you have a emergency preparedness kit, and you want to have an evacuation plan for your family and some telephone numbers to contact each other or other family members. Now, for during an earthquake, the best things to do is to drop, cover, and hold on. You want to minimize your movements to a few steps to a nearby safe place if you're indoors, and you want to stay there till the shaking subsides or completely stops. Now, if you're indoors, you want to drop to the ground, take cover, and you want to get under a sturdy table or other piece of furniture. This prevents any overhead ceilings from dropping and causing trauma to your body. You also want to stay away from any glass, windows, or any walls that could possibly collapse on you. Do not use any doorways unless you know that doorway is a load-bearing wall and it was built very sturdy. Many people have the misconception that all doorways are built sturdy and can withhold any debris, and this is very untrue. Also, make sure not to use any elevators, for they can collapse during the earthquake. If you're outdoors, make sure you stay outdoors and you're away from any traffic lights, any buildings, and any utility wires, because they could potentially fall on top of you. If you're in a moving vehicle, make sure to come to a complete stop and go to an open area away from any buildings or utility or street lights, and make sure you don't go in under any overpasses, because they can potentially collapse on you. Now, after an earthquake, make sure you don't go outside until the shaking has completely stopped. Now, sometimes you can have secondary earthquakes, and they can potentially cause more damage. So you want to make sure that all the shaking subsides. You want to go to your neighbors, and also a lot of damage caused after an earthquake is small fires. So make sure you have a small fire extinguisher, or contact the fire department. If they're not too busy, they can come out and put the fire out for you guys. And that is my presentation. Enjoy.